Well, I have some brand new journals. I have four of them. Inside, they're pretty much the same, so I will emphasize the exterior and how they're different. These are basically dedicated for the women that helped fight the revolution in Mexico, and they were called Soldaderas. And so that's what I have on each one. And then I've given each one of them a name of a woman that had been involved in the revolution and developed a reputation of, being a warrior during this period of time. This was, I believe, like in, oh dear, I think 1910 to 1919, I think. I'm guessing. I forgot to double check the dates, but that was the height of the revolution in Mexico. So anyway, so what I did is I got some books and I altered the covers. So each one of them, it's hard because it's a repurposed book, and then I painted them all up. I put some leather. I put the suede side out, but I put some leather on the binding. Then I took a canvas board and tried to basically replicate like the old posters during that period of time. So I took pictures of the various ladies and did a image transfer and antiqued it and just kind of made it all kind of old. Put that there. I have a piece of mica that I put on top of the little um, what do you call it? A tag? No, it's not a tag. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, the name of them, which is the Soldadera, so I put that there. And then I got some fabric that I had and took out some of the strings from it because I really liked the colors that were on there. And you know how when you cut your fabric, they're always hanging from the bottom. I like to pull them out and use them. So I wrapped that around some gauze and around some twigs and then some pieces of embroidered Mexican fabric and then just some little pieces of lace that I had. And then on the background here, I took the corn husk that is traditionally used to cover the tamales when they are made. And then here I have some, um, here's a leg, it's an arm, a leg, a heart, and a hand. And these charms to me just kind of represented all the different types of sacrifices that these women made, throwing really their heart and soul and body into this revolution. And so, even though a lot of the women stayed behind and were the ones that kind of kept the household together and provided the food for the soldiers and things like that, there were quite a few of the women that actually were involved in that revolution. Very interesting to see how the women were involved in the revolution and something that isn't really spoken a lot about when we at least when I was learning about history. So it was kind of interesting to me. So each book has a different name, and they were an individual that achieved some notoriety during the revolution. So that's how we'll distinguish between each one. So this one is called Margarita Neri. So let's open this one up. Well, let's do one at a time. This is represents sort of like all those beautiful Mexican tiles that some of you, depending on what part of the country you live in, are familiar with. Those beautiful terracotta glazed tiles, and there are lots of beautiful cactus that are native to Mexico that have these beautiful blooms. A lot of them bloom at night, and so I have a lot of those in here. Now the papers come from all over the place. I have some papers from Amy, some papers that I've done, and they've all been either dyed or boiled or something. You know me in the papers, they're not just plain. And then I've incorporated a few different pictures of women during that period of time at various ages and stages of what they did as far as their contribution. I made some of these tags, so they're easy, just put here with a paper clip, so it's really easy for you to take it out and use them wherever you want. Glue them down somewhere, write on them, journal on them, whatever you want to do. There's about a little over 200 pages in here. And I just love this little picture of this little girl. But she was involved. She made sure that, she wanted to do things to support the revolution, and she would carry water to all the soldiers. And then I also have some mixed media paper so that, if you want to draw, it would be a lot easier to draw on the mixed media. And then some file folder. Some more of the cactus. And I put a lot of floral things in here because traditionally a lot of these women, if they were in the city, they would work at the flower markets in the larger cities. So, and I love all those murals of the women working in the markets that are in Mexico. A lot of them were done by Diego Rivera. He's known for those particular paintings, so I thought I'd throw in some plants along with the women and a depiction of them being involved. Here's an older woman here. Calla lilies, one of my favorite flowers. And then, as you know, I always include a little baggie of goodies that go with the theme. So I'll have some pictures and some fabric and maybe some fibers or something that goes along with this theme for you to make this journal your own. Okay, so that is the first one. And so I'm also including this article that I found that describes the many women that were involved in the revolution. And so it's about 3.5 pages or so. So I'm going to include that in there also so that you can read and include it in your journal if you wish. Whoops. And then, as I said, I have a little bag that's going to have some different goodies to put inside of your journal. Okay, so this was the first one. This is Margarita. And this one is Juana. And pretty much the same thing. It's a different picture in the front of each one, but very similar. We'll just go through them real quickly because they do have different pictures in them, and of course different papers, but they're all basically the same. Same source. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I think she's so cute. I like all these different colors of papers. I think they're real inspiring for you too. Whatever you do, if you're going to draw in here or write or glue, to get my ideas going just by looking at all these colors. You know, I like my colors. You guys already know that. I love this brown pink. It's Amy's paper. My hands are all stained. I've been eco printing today. Been doing a lot of batches. And it's hard to avoid. I don't like wearing gloves, so it gets all over me. Look at her, how cute. Okay, so this one is Juana. And this one is Luz. And I forgot to mention, I think there's 7 signatures. I think I forgot to mention that. I'm trying to go fast. Or we'll be here forever. She's a cutie too. Oopsie. Too many pages. We still have 1 more to go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Luz. Dolores. All right. I like this green too. I guess I like it all. And all of them have like about 4 pages that I just printed out that you can use in whatever way you want to. Each book has 4 of those. They're all different. I forgot to point those out as we were going through all of them. I'm not going to go back. Here's one, just pages. Another one of these pages. Alrighty. So there you go. I've got the 4. And these will be in the shop. It'll come with a little bag of goodies, as I normally do. And with that letter explaining the time period and the women and what they did to support the men and the revolution itself. So, you know, although these haven't been with me a real long time, they do need a home. And as always, I hope that home is with you. Thank you.